Good morning once again.
Let's go.
So, what are those pillars of UX design? So, you mentioned one the other time, which is our
User research,
user research. Okay,
information architecture,
information architecture. That's IA.
this
Okay, what
software
again?
personnel.
Okay, personas, and then
I think is it Johnny
user journey. So,
or user journey?
yeah, so we have between now and let me check our Trello. Let me see our timeline. Let me share our timeline. Okay, so we have between today is 17th, right? Okay, so we have between in fact since yesterday that has started already. So we have
Today
between
is 16.
today is 17th, check your calendar. So so we have exhausted brainstorming process to an extent, so we can check that. Even though it never stops, we keep brainstorming every now and then. So, but we've done the basic one that we need to start with, so we can check that. So for project branding, I think we can check it too because you've submitted the logo already, right? And yes, I need to also commend you on that design. I know I had to drill you to give out the best, so that's actually a good one to start with. Okay, it's a good one to start with, even though based on whatever we'll be doing subsequently, whatever research we'll be coming out with, we might need to revise that one you did, but it's okay, it's fine to start with. So we can check that as well. So now we go to UX design. So we have between our next week 22nd to exhaust this four process. Okay, so and we'll be doing it specifically for Edu window. So let me copy that there so I will know that whatever we are doing now is for Edu window. It's not just the we are not in theory class. This is practical class. You get so
Okay, sir.
the Edu window. So now, what is? I think we should put up our notes so that some of the things we did that first day will start to make more sense to you. Remember that we talked about users' perception and their thought over a particular concept. Okay,
Product.
yes, or product. Thank you. So, and it is very important for us to know um, their thought over this type of application, particularly an application that is addressing uh, for education. So we have a lot of students. So we have a lot of um, educators. So that will even inform me to even ask. So looking at our kind of product now, who are who are meant to be our audience basically? Who are our audience? So let's even start with that.
Student.
Students,
Yes.
students. Okay.
Is it not student?
Yes, we have students. We have educators. So educators can be uh, teachers. Educators can be teachers. Educators can be administrators. Administrators can be content creators. Content creators can be can be wait again. Um, media and information instructors.
Journalist.
Mm, mm, information instructors, digital instructors, digital instructors, um, business schools, business schools. Um, I think we are good. Teachers, okay, or school owners. And let's just do school owners. So that will be holistic. School owners. So those are our prospects, right? Those are the people we expect to use this sort of uh, application, right? It has to do with education. So Edu Window, students will need application to address their educational gaps, okay, while educators too we need it to improve on their work outputs, right? So we want to reach out to our students, we want to reach out to this educator, this set of people, right? So we hear from them what are their perception, what do they think about these factors here. Let me list them out. These factors there when it comes to usability, when it comes to utility, when it comes to accessibility, when it comes to information architecture, when it comes to interaction design. So now another thing we need to make sure that we do is to ensure that at the end of this day, at the end of this research, I mean, we'll be able to make sure that we're able to discover, identify the problem. Okay, we get their needs, we get the goals, we understand their behaviors, we also get their pain points. Okay, so and at the end of that we'll be able to now come up with a problem statement. We'll define the problem statement. Okay, from research, from what we discover, this is the problem. So that will inform us on how to go about and how to structure our information, our application. That's now going to information architecture. So it will inform us on how to structure the application. So you see that what we discussed on Monday was not a waste of time. It's now time to begin to apply them. So right now we need to okay apply any of this technique to carry out the research. So we'll be using both surveys and let's use survey. I don't know if you'll be able to probably do interview for some people since you have students around you. If you can do interviews for them, or if you just want us to use survey, it's all in your hands. So whatever you choose, um, we'll do it. Whatever is convenient for you, most convenient for you for now, we can go with that. So what do you
Let's go
think?
with one.
Should we
Let's
mix
go.
the techniques or we just go with one?
Let's go with one.
Okay. But let me hope you remember that the more techniques you use, the more accurate your responses would be. The more accurate your research would be. I hope you remember that.
Yes.
So if you are into a real life project, you can't afford to do a roju. As I told you yesterday, you have to come out of your comfort zone. You have to do the hard things to make sure that you get accurate research. But for the scope of the class, we can actually just stick to surveys. So we are going to now design a survey. That's a questionnaire. So we're going to design a survey. We're going to design a survey for research. Okay.
Okay.
So, and at the course of the survey, this is what we want to. These three things are what we want to get. These three things. So we want to arrive at these three factors: the user needs and goal, the user behaviors, and the user pain points. So to break down those three factors, we must be able to um, get this information covering usability, utility, and what have you. So there are a lot of way you can go about getting this information. I'm going to show you one easy way to uh, get it done quickly. So looking at the question, that means um we'll need to section our survey into 3 to 4 sections. So we'll need questions on um, personal information. That's more like biodata, personal information, and then we'll cover questions on needs and goals. We'll cover questions on needs and goals. We'll cover questions on behaviors. We'll cover questions on pain points. Then we'll ask for additional information. So you have to come up with smart questions that will enable you to address all these parts. So at the end of the day, you make sure that okay, your survey is asking questions on these 3 main points, and then from there you can source out questions on usability, you can source out answers on utility, you can source out answers on accessibility, information architecture, visual design, and interactive interaction design. So this is another period when you need to brainstorm. So we are going to quickly do that brainstorming now and then come up with our survey. I hope you are ready.
Okay.
Okay, we can add to this and say we are creating a platform, a digital platform to meet to fill in to fill the educational gaps in Africa. To fill the educational gap in Africa. This platform we intend to name Endo just for you to experience seamless education process, but we need you, and that is why I hope this story is not too long. So this is designed to help us understand near African education. Alright, so we can work on this. Hello. Okay, so we can work on this to make it so we can see that we've readjusted this is the description the description part. This is the first thing your users your future prospect respondent would see first. The description of your survey, this is the first they will see before they start filling before they start filling the questionnaire. Okay, so they will try to understand what the question is about. So we are creating a digital platform to fill the educational gap in Africa. This platform, which we intend to name Edu aims to provide you with a seamless education process. However, to achieve this goal, we need your input, and that is why this survey is designed to help us understand your needs and preferences for educational applications. Your feedback is valuable in helping us create a user-friendly and effective learning experience. Please note, all responses will be kept confidential. So the first section is personal information. We talk about your age, your occupation, are you a student, teacher, parent, or other AAC, and that is actually the aspect we want. So that's okay to start with. So the another section is user needs and goals. So what are your main goals when using education application? So select all that applies. So it will be selective. So another aspect is what are the under the user needs and goal, what educational subjects are you most interested in learning about through an application? So you're also going to I think we should not make this one selective. Maybe we should just make them to be able to write those subjects. What do you think?
Some of the above.
Okay. Okay. That sounds somehow, but then let's see if we can use all of the above as well. So the next is user behavior. So do you currently use any educational application? If yes, so we have yes and no option there. So if it's yes, so yeah,
Do we have?
sorry.
You said, do you currently use any educational application?
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes. So your user will answer now. If they use anyone, they will tell you now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is for your user now. This is for your user. You are the designer. You're not designing this thing for them. So what features do you find most useful? So these are aspects that we need mainly specific that prevent you from using educational application more often. Yes. So another thing is so these are the questions we would put in our form, okay, and we'll throw it out there for users to fill. So now the next step is what are the options of questionnaires that we can use. So we have different options, okay, we have different options. So we can use Google Form, we can use Microsoft Form, you can use Jot Form. I don't know if you've had Jot Form before. Okay, so those are some of the forms you can use, and they are one is easier to use than the other, okay, but some are more complex, so that you may have to take your time to look at it well before you can use them. But for Google Form now, Google Form is so straightforward. So let's see if we can get into Google Form now. So follow me closely. We are getting our hands dirty now. So just go to Form. This is Google Form. Google Form. So these are some of the projects I've done. So let me change. So now next you are going to do, there are templates here that you can use, but since we are doing something different entirely, so let's start with a blank form. Let's start with a blank. Thank you. Let's start with a blank form. Okay, so while that is loading, let's go back to our. Let's bring this one down. Our form is ready. So it's a very, very simple interface, very, very user friendly, it's easy to understand. So you're going to follow me closely because I'm going to be designing this form now quickly. Do you get?
Alright.
So just follow me closely. Now I'll start with the title of the form, which is Edu window. So Edu window, remember they are together. So Edu window. So what's the form description? So come here and pick it up. So you see the benefits of doing these things beforehand. Copy and paste here. So something is missing. Okay, we didn't copy it here. So come here, drop it there. So this one, let's call it so let's call it education survey. Education application survey. So I think that heading there is manageable. So let's just keep on. So we'll go to the sections now. So this first section, which is your personal information, let's add a section instead. So
Wait, how do you get to this other section?
I just came to the first one here, and then I tapped on add section. When you hover to this side, you will see some icons there. So just click on add sections. So you come up with another section. Is it clear? So we can remove this first one here. I don't need it. So you can delete this one. You can delete this particular question here. So whenever your user come into the app, this description is the first thing they will see. So when they click next, they will come to this new section. So the title of this section is personal information.
Is it personal information about my user?
Yes. So personal information about them. So here now you can start adding question. So add a question. So what's the first question? So let them provide their email, okay, which is required. Then provide their email. You can add another question, and if you still want the same format with this first question, you can just duplicate it. This is what I did there. So that you had, if you want to write a different question entirely, you can just add. But if you want the same format from the previous one, just duplicate that particular question section. So this one, let's ask for age group. Okay, let's ask for age group. Let's ask for age group. Options. So let's start with, because young people too might want to, we will need young people too as students to use our application, right? So we can start with 10-year-old to 20, then 20 to 30, You can add. Let's start this one at 19, 29. So 30 to 39. What if you have 40? Educators now. Educators can be elderly people now. You can have young and elderly people as educators. So I think 59 is okay. Whereas 60-year-old might even still want to use, but yeah. So let's do from 60 to 69. So the age group is okay. So let's do occupation. So the set of occupation we want now. Let's duplicate this one. Occupation. So this one can be student, teacher, parent too can be part of our audience. Yes, parents. So others too. So we can do others and specify. So let me cancel this. So others, you can specify your own if your own is not on the option. So the next is, so we are done with that section. Is there any personal information that we need aside that one? We know their email, we know their age group,
their gender.
Oh yes, your head is correct. So we need gender, male, female, or not to say. No, one just male and female anyway. So no, let's just leave it as male and female. Let's leave it as male and female. If you are not any of them, you can just pick anyone. So what again? What do you think? No. Who will even give you the address? Alright, so after that you can create another section. No, don't need their name. They won't give you their name, self. Except those that would probably trust you. So next is user need and go. So the next thing you want to do is to add the question to that section, and then you want to add what are your main goal when using educational